So let's get into what they decided on and what comes next. So first of all, you have those programs for veterans, for food assistance, for agriculture. That's going to be fully funded until September of next year. Those are all updated funding levels. Rest of the government, you're just going to continue current funding levels until January 30th. That's going to give them more time to try and figure out update funding levels. Could potentially have another shutdown then, but we're not going to worry about that right now.
The government shutdown is finally over, but after all the missed paychecks, the food shortages, and the nationwide stress, the real question is, what did anyone actually gain?
Other big thing, federal employees who would have otherwise been fired at the end of this shutdown, they're going to be able to keep their jobs, and all federal employees are going to get back pay that they did not get during this shutdown.
This was the longest shutdown in American history, and yet, when negotiations ended, Democrats walked away with almost nothing. Federal workers will be paid for the time they missed, but they would have been paid anyway if the government had never shut down in the first place.
Now, the thing that's not in there are those Affordable Care Act tax credits that are keeping healthcare costs low for millions of Americans. All Democrats got was a promise from Senator John Thune that at some point in mid-December they could vote on a bill to extend them, which means the countdown is now on for Democrats to find some sort of bipartisan ground with enough Republicans that when that bill comes to the floor, it can pass. And that's going to be a huge uphill climb, an even steeper uphill climb, because then that bill will need to go through the House. No guarantee of exactly what happens there, but we know now that the clock is ticking to make sure that those tax credits are reauthorized by the end of the year, or a lot of Americans are going to see their healthcare premiums go way, way up.
The biggest issue for Democrats was the ACA subsidies. Healthcare costs are about to rise dramatically for millions of people in 2026. But instead of securing those subsidies, all they received was a promise to hold a vote in December. A vote with no guarantee of anything, no protection for families, just another delay tactic dressed up as progress.